Okay, so Country Day's Scholarship Fund receives a gift of $75,000. The money is invested in stocks, bonds, and CDs. CDs pay 2.75% interest. Bonds pay 4.2% interest. Stocks pay 10.3% interest. Did I say County Day? Country Day. Country Day invests 25,000 more in bonds than in CDs. If the annual income from the investments is 4152.5, how much was invested in each vehicle, each stocks, bonds, or CDs? All right, from the words, write three equations, three letters. Reorganize three equations so all the letters are on the left and the numbers are on the right. Then change into matrices and solve the three equations using matrices. Matrix inverse on the 84 of the Desmos. I think I wrote in GeoGebra because that's a good program as well. And it will be much easier than traditional methods, right? All right. So we're going to call this, I'm going to call this S for stocks, B for bonds, C for CDs. You call it XYZ if you want, but letters that are meaningful just make it easier. So I'll use S, B, and C. Okay. So Country Day Scholarship receives a gift of 75,000. That's the first equation. With three letters, we need three equations, right? So the total dollars, that's the first equation. S plus B plus C equals $75,000, right? They received a gift and they're gonna invest the whole thing. So whatever they invested in stocks, bonds, and CDs have to add up to be the whole thing. And then we have the interest, the money that they earned in interest. What's that? Well, that's the interest rate for each one. So the stocks pay 10.3. Oh, I got to change that to a decimal, don't I? So let me do that. 0.103 times S, that's 10.3, right? Change that to a decimal. Plus the bonds pay 4.2, so that move that decimal back two places, 0.042B, plus the C, the CDs pay 2.75% interest, move that back to 0.0275C, equals, what's the total money? Right there, there's the interest, right? Annual income from the investments, the interest income, 4152.5, right there. Okay, now we need a third equation. Got to have it. Three letters, you got to have three equations. What's our third equation? Well, it's this funny little sentence right here. They invest 25,000 more in bonds than in CDs. More in bonds than in CDs. So more in bonds than in CDs. So 25,000 more in bonds to be CDs. No, that's actually wrong if we do it that way. Watch out. It's really easy mistake to make to write that like that. That's the most common mistake I've seen over the years on this problem. Is that right there? You got to be a little more careful and precise in the words than that. That's not going to work. That's important. If you're going forward to higher math and science, you really need to gain the skill of carefully reading words and being able to change them into exact mathematical statements. That's not correct. How do you know? Well, two things. First off, I would suggest that you just try putting in a number. That's always the best thing. Like what if bonds is 10,000, for example? Okay. Then what would CDs be? Well, 25,000 plus 10, that'd be 35,000, right? Could that be? Does that fit the words? Does that fit what they're saying? Is that what they're saying? They invested 25,000 more in bonds. I'm having bonds be 10 and CDs be 35. I thought bonds were more. No, see how that's just baloney? That equation is not fitting what they're saying. It's the opposite of what they're saying. I know it looks like it at first blush when you first glance and go, oh, 25,000 more in bonds plus, but no, that doesn't mean that. That's not what, I know it looks, the order looks like. So anyway, so what's my other tip? My other tip is rewrite, anytime you have a difficult sentence, rewrite with an is. Is a beautiful English word because it means equals. So take that sentence, take the truth of what they're saying and rewrite it with an is. Let me see. 25,000 more in bonds than CDs. So bonds is 25,000 more than CDs, right? Isn't that what they're saying? Bonds is 25,000 more. So yeah, so what is that? Bonds equals, is equals 25,000 more added more than CDs. There's the right equation. You need to add the 25,000 to the C, not to the B. See that? All right, so let's write that down. Bonds is 25,000 more than CDs, added to the CDs. Okay, so there's my third equation, which, by the way, doesn't even have an S in it at all. All right, so what did they say to do here? From the words, write your three equations. Reorganize them so that all the letters are on the left and the numbers are on the right. Yeah, so now I'm going to have to reorder this. See how we have S, B, and C on the left, numbers on the right, S, B, and C on the left, numbers on the right. So I'm going to have to reorder this. How do you do that? Well, you just subtract C from both sides, don't you? Boom, boom. And so you get what? B minus C is 25,000. And so that means I'm going to go 0S. Now it's lined up. You see what I did there? I just took this equation and I had to order it, put it in the same form as the other ones with S first, then B, then C, then numbers. So I subtracted the C from both sides, got it B minus C, left the 25,000 on the right side. Let me show that right here. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. Okay, and then there's no S, so I'm just going to write 0S. Why am I writing 0S? Well, that helps me now. That helps me now to go ahead and say, okay, so matrix A, the left side is what? What numbers are really there? 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0.103, 0.042, 0.0275. And on the bottom, 0. That's why I put that 0 in. 1, and what's this? -1, isn't it? Watch out, that is a -1. So there's matrix A, and matrix B is the right side matrix, which is what? 75,000. And 4152.5. And 25,000. So I did the right side matrix, I did the left side matrix, A and B. So A is the matrix. Let me show you in the notes here. Here it is from the notes. This is the exam for notes. And see what it's showing you? That when you have a big 3 equations with 3 letters, X, Y, and Z, what you do is you just let A be the numbers in front of the letters. On the left side, B be the right side. And then your answer will be A inverse times B. A inverse times B. Use technology and you'll get your X, Y, and Z. So that's what I'm doing right now. So I took these 3 equations they gave me. I had to reorganize this third one to put it in order S, B, and C, like the other ones are S, B, and C, S, B, and C. And then I grabbed the coefficients, 111, 0.103, 0.042, 0.0275 right here, and then 0, 1, -1 right here. And then B is the three numbers on the right side. And now my answer will be A inverse times B. So now we go to technology and we put in A inverse times B. I'm going to show it with the TI graphing calculator right here. So first things, go to second matrix, go over to edit A. enter. So you're going to put in matrix A, 3, enter, 3, enter. Matrix A is a 3 by 3. I'm going to go 1, enter, 1, enter, 1, enter. Next row, 0.103, 0.103, enter, 0.042, enter, 0.0275, 0.0275, enter. Bottom row, 0, 1, negative 1, 0, enter, 1, enter, negative 1, enter. So there it is. All every time you hit enter, it saves it. So that whole matrix is saved, that 3 by 3, matrix A. Second, quit. Go back into the second matrix, back into the matrix menu, go over to edit again, this time down to B. So I'm going to edit matrix B, enter. So now B is a 3 by 1, 3, enter, 1, enter. And the top row is 75, 0, 0, 0, enter. The middle row is 4152.5, 4152.5, enter. And the bottom row is 25,000, 25, 1, 2, 3, enter. Every time you hit enter, it's saved. So it's saved all of matrix B. Now just go second, quit, and now call them forth to the main page. Back into the matrix menu a third time. Go over this time. I'm going to stay on names. I'm not going to go over to edit. Stay on names. Name matrix A like Harry Potter, naming a spell, calling something forth. Name matrix A, enter. There's A. Hit inverse, A inverse times, and then go back to the matrix menu for the fourth and last time. Name B. Go down to B, same name B. Enter. So there's A inverse times B. Enter. There it is. There's our X, Y, and Z, or S, B, and C in this case. 20,000, 40,000, 15. 20, 40, 15. That's how much needs to be invested in S, B, and C, stocks, bonds, and CDs. 20, 40, and 15,000. Let me show you on GeoGebra as well. See how well GeoGebra does. So matrix A equals curly bracket. For the first row, 1, 1, 1. Next row, 0.103. I must have hit something crazy. There we go. Next row, 0.103, comma, 0.042, comma, 0.0275, 0.0275. Third row, 0, 1, negative 1. All right, so you put in all three rows, each in their own curly brackets, and there's curly brackets on the outside of the whole thing. Enter. There it is. There's matrix A. Looks, I'm just double checking. Yep, looks good. Looks perfect. Now matrix B equals curly bracket, and then each number needs its own curly bracket. 75,000, because each number is its own row. 4152.5, comma, 25. So see that? Each number for matrix B gets its own curly bracket because each number is its own row. Enter. There's matrix B. Looking perfect. And then my answer is A to the power, shift up arrow, shift 6, negative 1, then go right arrow or tab or click to the right, times asterisk, shift 8 times B. Enter. Yeah, see, it's got a weird, GeoGebra is got some rounding issues. So look at that. 19,999.99999, and then some little, what it is technology is not perfect. It's, a computer is not perfect. It's doing its best, but on some of the digits far down the line, it's struggling. You just know that's $19,999.99, that's 20,000, right? That's 20,000. All those 99999, they're 20,000. It just couldn't handle the calculation. So it's funny, the TI did better. So it is giving the same answer, but it's struggling. 20,000, 40,000, 15,000, right? That's what we saw here, 20, 40, 15. So there we go. Back to the answer. Back to the original question on the iPad. Back here to the original. All right. There it is. And so our answer, after all is said and all is done, 20,000, 40,000, 15,000. So There we go. We just had to write our 3 equations with 3 letters and then use technology. There we go.